Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, this is that 1095 Santa Fe B unit that arrived a couple days ago. This thing was really badly broken, and it was crushed in shipping. Anyway, I contacted the guy. He refunded my money and the shipping on it, so they were free. So the A unit, I replaced the motor in it, and it's up and running, as you can see. Has the incorrect motor, but it's actually running really well, pulling 12 cars now. Anyway, this was the B unit. I pulled the lens out. I was going to actually toss this, just strip it for parts, but I thought I would try to repair it. And it came out fair at best. Now, the divider for the windscreen is gone, completely gone. It was just absolutely crushed. So, in any case, I used some 5-minute epoxy and carefully pieced this back together. Now, since it was crushed, there was no way to get these edges to line up perfectly. Because with this plastic, before it breaks, it flexes and then breaks. And so you can't get the edges lined up unless you compress it and almost break it a second time. Anyway, got it lined up as best I could. And from a foot away, you would never know this was actually broken. If you zoom in on it, you can see that it was actually broken really badly. It was just absolutely shattered in this spot. This piece was completely gone. Anyway, got it all pieced back together. Like I said, from a foot away, you can't really tell it was broken at all. Now, it is covered in rust, as you see. So I was thinking about de-rusting it, but don't know if I'm going to go to all that trouble. I have pulled the trucks out to do that repair. So I've got the tabs straightened out, so I can just pop these trucks back out of here. But you can see how badly this was rusted. The metal is in places just so paper thin you can just break this off just by flexing it. The wheels turn freely now, as you see, and they were so rusted I let it soak in oil for 24 hours. It still wouldn't turn. So what I had to do was physically grab the axle with a pair of vice grips and flex it. I thought they were going to break, but they didn't. They actually broke loose. And you can't heat them to break them loose because this is all plastic, of course. Anyway, I just wanted to do a follow-up video on this. So it's up and rolling. And like I said, from a foot away, you would never know this was actually broken. It's far from perfect, there's no doubt about that, but it is at least an integral unit again. And this thing was really badly smashed. So what I'm going to do with it, I have no idea. The front coupler was broken completely off. The rear coupler is paper thin. It's rusted so badly. Very likely I could take this and just snap it off with my finger. Anyway, the B unit is back and running. The A unit, I just replaced that motor in. And it's never going to be correct, but it is running. In fact, it's pulling 12 cars now. As you see. So it's running really well. But like I said, it's never going to be correct. But it runs well. Pulling 12 Lionel cars to a dead stop with no problem at all. So what I will very likely do is put a few minutes work into this, put a front coupler on it, put the lens back in it, and very likely going to have to replace this rear coupler. Like I said, it's just rusted so badly. It is so thin. It's as thin as paper. So we will see. Anyway, I just got this epoxied and back together and let it set 24 hours. It's actually quite robust. It's good and solid again. So far from perfect, but it was free, as was this one. So in any case, just wanted to do a follow-up video on repairing this Santa Fe 1095. I just used 5-minute epoxy. The hard part was getting this thing flexed so these edges would line up. Like I said, this was crushed. And so there was no way to really line the edges up without physically compressing it. So in any case, it's up and epoxied. It's good and solid. It'll never break again. I hope, anyway. It seems as solid as the original plastic. So the trucks are intact. Really rusted, but that doesn't look too bad. Like I said, from a foot away, you can't really tell this was ever broken at all. So the A unit, like I said, has a incorrect motor in it, but it's running. Like I said, if I could find a way to put these wheel covers on that motor, you would never know that this had been repaired with a retrofitted motor. It's just with this motor, there's nothing to attach those covers to. This motor is much, much smaller than the original. Anyway, it was a great experiment. It was free, so had nothing to lose if it didn't work. But at least it's up and running, and now the B unit is repaired as well. So we'll take it from there, see what I do with it. No idea. I originally paid $1.25 for both of these, plus shipping, of course. And when this one arrived, it was really, really broken. So I contacted the guy. He refunded my money and my shipping. So they were both free, so I figured, why not experiment? Didn't cost anything at all except a few hours of my time. So I'll put the lens back in this. The divider, nothing I can do. It's literally gone. But like I said, from a foot away, you would never know that this B unit was that badly broken. So I just wanted to do a follow-up video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.